This has resulted in very low rates of infection, and the reward for that is further openings of our economy on Saturday, far greater than any other state in Australia. Phase 5 will then kick in on July 18, which is a further relaxation, which will mean more jobs, more activity, more people back to work, which is a good thing. Obviously, the Health Minister advised you we had 2 new cases overnight, both returning travellers who are both in quarantine. So our quarantine arrangements continue to provide us with some security and certainty around people coming from overseas and elsewhere, and that's a good thing.
What do you say to Dr. Clay Golich, who's likened your regime to Germany in 1933?
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't, there's a lot of rubbish written or portrayed on social media. I'm not going to concern myself or worry about it. Obviously, for many people out there across the community, that is offensive, but I'm not going to let it bother me.
But it wasn't just likening you to Germany. He's actually said about you, he described you as an anodyne underperformer, transmogrified into a messianic megalomaniac that will lead us to salvation.
I don't
even know what that means, but...
No. I don't want to treat... Well, people should be respectful on social media. I'm not going to let it worry me. Obviously, a lot of things are written, and a lot worse things are written about other people. I just urge everyone to respect one another.
You might not be offended, but some of your colleagues are. The Jewish community has been greatly offended. Should he apologise?
Look, to any of those people out there who have relatives or who went through the events in Germany from 1933 to 1945, of course he should apologise. They were some of the most shocking events in the history of the world. And as someone who's read about it and actually visited concentration camps myself as a tourist, they're terrible places. And for anyone who went through those sorts of events, any reference to those in which people in Australia are compared to those people is clearly offensive.
Can you open the interstate?
Well, when we get advice, we can open the borders, we will. But as we said yesterday, August 8 was the indicative date we had set. That had to change because of what's going on in Victoria. When we get further advice that it's appropriate, when Victoria gets it under control, we'll provide that advice. But I know everyone wants absolute certainty today. But what happens if I set a date and community spread in Victoria continues unabated and then I have to move the date? That one wouldn't be very good for those businesses. So let's just monitor the situation. We'll set a date when we can clearly do it on health advice.
Can you give the West Coast and Fremantle Dockers an answer to this simple question? Do they have to self-isolate in a hotel or at their houses when they return? They say they don't know.
Yes, I can. The Police Commissioner will be writing to the West Coast Eagles and the Fremantle Dockers later today. He'll be advising them that they can return to Western Australia and they can self-quarantine at home, subject to very, very strict conditions, as happens with other parts of the workforce, and that correspondence will go today.